Mount Rainier in the distance. There are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. On 2nd and 9, Lance. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Malik McDowell, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off the play fake, Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Myers cannot solve the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. 49ers nothing. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Lance on the bootleg. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Lance again looking for Samuel. This time the catch made. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Malik McDowell there to make the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And just shutting him off there. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From just shy of midfield, Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. The Lance going to throw. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Lance now on first down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So we're leaving at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
They go play action now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Lance. Completes it to Davis.
Lance's pass complete to number 8. A gain of 9 yards. First down, 49ers.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run right side with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
First down, San Francisco.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with Mostert off the option. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off of play action, here's Lance. Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Niners 21, Seahawks 7.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is
Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Niners 28, Seahawks 7. Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got him. Hey, check, Mike 57, Mike 57. Right here, right here.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
They go play action with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 14.
Check 25. Check 25.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Watch twins.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Right there. 54 Mike. Man, I got 25. You gonna take.
On 1st down, McElroy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
57. Mike 57. Focus, defense. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go, T. All day, T.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Oh, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action. Now it's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. McElroy. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to take another shot here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 47-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Draw play here. Lance hands to Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
And the 49er 1st down.
First man through, it's the fullback use check. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw with Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Play action. It's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. The 40, 30. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. McElroy. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's...
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That's quickly out wide to Davis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Mostert off the read option. And he's going to have a Niners first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for San Francisco,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.